So this may not last long, as I think my family just got back. The doorbell is ringing like crazy and stuff, but hey, I'm back in a crazy temporary office that used to be my girl's bedroom, trying out some streaming stuff, and also I just want to set up some, well, at least one WordPress site that I'm going to use for testing, and I thought I could show anyone who's not seen it before. Oh, this window's a bit too big. I could show people how you can do this. Oh, you can't see me. Hang on. This is where I'm playing with the streaming technology. Let's put that over there. That's a bit better. Right. And now if I press this, you should see what's going on, which is great. Yeah, so still getting to grips with the streaming technology, but that's the point of doing these things. And yeah, so today I thought I'm going to set up a WordPress site. I thought I would show you how I do that using WP-CLI. So I have a terminal here. I'm going to make it big, hopefully, like that. And text is nice and big, so hopefully you can read it. Yeah, so we're going to use WP-CLI to make a WordPress site and see how easy that is, rather than do all the downloading stuff. I'm assuming terminal knowledge. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, tweet me, ask me, do whatever you need to do to ask me questions, and ask me questions. Cool, so I'm going to start by making a new directory. Because I use Laravel Valet, I can just make a new directory and the site will appear in that directory. So I'm going to go to my side project. I'm going to make a directory called, they don't really call it Gutenberg anymore, but I'm going to call it gbtest. I'm going to cd into gbtest. So I'm now in the gbtest directory. And then installing WordPress is as simple as WP core download. Download. And need some like hold music for this thing, don't you, while it's working? Or at least like I could look up dad jokes or something and tell you them. Maybe not. Twiddle your thumbs. Enjoy the scenery of the temporary office. I can do this. So I'm just starting using StreamLabs, and it turns out there's a little mobile app, which is really cool because I can really easily start and stop streams and put these little messages up. I'm just using a standard theme design thing that comes with it right now. Hey, we have a WordPress download. I'm going to be right in the way, aren't I? I want me. Can I move me? Yes. Hang on a minute. I want to move me over there, otherwise you're not going to see what I'm typing. Other people who do this have already come to these conclusions far quicker than I did. That's a better place for me to live, over on the right. Okay, so I've got WordPress downloaded. You then do WP core config, and if you give WP-CLI this prompt flag, -- prompt, it will ask you all the questions for doing this particular WP-CLI action. So I've set up a database. It's over on my other screen. I just want to make sure I get it right. So this is, the database name is gbtest. Database user is gbtest. Database password is gbtest. The host is localhost. Doesn't, I think, work in this instance, but it's that's the IP address of localhost that I know does work. I don't want a DB prefix. I don't want a DB charset. I don't want to, well, I want them, but I want all the defaults. Same for locale. Extra PHP. Do I want to type in extra PHP to run as part of the config? I don't know why this defaults to yes, but no, I don't. Do I want to skip the salts? No, I don't. Do I want to skip checking that all of my input is correct? No, I don't. Do I want to force this to happen regardless of whether or not everything is okay? Yes, I do. So that's generating my wp-config.php. I then need to do wp core install. I can do this. So I should now be able to go to gb-test. gb-test.test. It's a bit daft. Yes, I did mean to go to gbtest.test. And again, because I'm streaming and writing to disk, my local web server is a bit slow. Somebody must have some like tip for dealing with that, which isn't spend $2,000 on a new laptop. Let me know if there's a way to speed everything up while you're streaming. So I can visit this and I can step through the WordPress setup here. Like that's fine, but equally back in the terminal, I can do WP core install -- prompt and step through things there. So config creates the config file with all the stuff that goes in the config file, and then install steps you through what you would normally do in the front end, the GUI. So I'm going to give it a URL, which will be gbtest.test. Site title will be block testing. I'm not going to tell you what this is. I'll change it later. Am I going to skip my email? Skip sending the welcome email? Yes, I will. And that's it. So that's, I've got this little break timer. Turn it off and turn this off. There we go. So that's now just doing WordPress install, setting everything up. Installed successfully. If I go back here, reload, I'm now not, shouldn't be able to visit install.php. Should just go to there. So I now have a site called block testing, all set up and configured, ready for me to log in. Just want to see what I'm doing over there. You can see me. Hang on a minute. Told you they'd come back. Just check the admin side works. Dude, I'll be with you in a moment. Is that my letter?
Yeah. I wrote a message to you with my game in.
That's very cool. Thanks, mate. Oh, I'll look at that in a moment. I'm just recording something. Can you leave me to it and I'll get back to you later? Thanks, matey. God, I really need to do something about this local server slowness. But there we go. WordPress, WP-CLI, some streaming tech. This is ending soon. Who knows if anyone